Hey, hey, Wild West adventurers, join us as we explore a crime that shook the small town of Florence, Arizona.
You know Florence?
Follow along with us as we tell the story of Robert Mormon. Young Robert was born June 4th, 1948, to a 15-year-old prostitute and an unknown father. When she was 17 years old, his mother died tragically in a car accident, leaving young Robert to be raised by his grandparents. Unfortunately, his grandfather was a raging alcoholic, so this arrangement didn't last long. He entered the foster system and spent the next year of his life being bounced from foster home to foster home until finally, at the age of 2.5, he was adopted by Henry and Maud Mormon of Flagstaff, Arizona. His father was a successful businessman, and his mother was a stay-at-home mom who doted on Robert. He lived a comfortable life, but there were early signs of trouble. At 13, he was committed to a mental hospital after shooting his mother with a .22 caliber rifle. In 1967, his father died, leaving his mother to spoil the now adult Robert. In January of 1972, Robert kidnapped his 8-year-old neighbor and drove her towards Las Vegas, stopping in dingy motels along the way to molest her. Eventually, their car broke down, and they hitchhiked the rest of the way. Around the Hoover Dam, a driver picked them up. Detecting something was wrong, he drove them to the local police department. Robert was convicted of kidnapping and sentenced to 9 years to life in prison. In January of 1979, however, he was released. But 10 months later, he found himself back at the Arizona State Prison in Florence, Arizona, on a probation violation. In 1984, Robert received a compassionate furlough, a 72-hour temporary release to visit with family. His mother traveled to Florence, Arizona, where the state prison is, and checked into room 22 of the Blue Mist Hotel. On the second night of his 72-hour furlough, Robert went to a local pizzeria and asked the owner if he could dump some cow guts in his dumpster. Thinking this was a weird request, the business owner called the police. When they looked into it, they found that Robert had approached several other business owners and asked to dump some rotted hamburger meat in their dumpsters. He had even asked a prison employee if he could give him some bones for the prison dogs. Eventually, Robert admitted to killing and dismembering his mother inside hotel room 22 at the Blue Mist Hotel and scattering her body parts throughout the town of Florence. His lawyers attempted to use the insanity defense because they claimed that he had been sexually abused by his mother throughout his entire life. They claimed that it was during one particular sex act at the Blue Mist Hotel that he put a pillow over her head to silence her and accidentally suffocated her. The jury disregarded his insanity defense and found him guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to death for first-degree murder, and that sentence was carried out on February 29, 2012, by lethal injection. His last meal was a double hamburger, French fries, 2 beef burritos, 2 14-ounce tubs of ice cream, and 3 RC colas. Okay, Wild West Adventures, that brings this video to a close. Remember, if you like this video and would like to see more, please hit that subscribe button to subscribe to Wild West Adventures. It's calorie free and doesn't cost a thing. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that bell button to receive notifications, and if you know of any other places in the Wild West that you'd like us to visit, please be sure to leave a comment down below. Take care.